Hey, what's going on YouTube? Glenn here from Top Deck Cards and Games, and today I have a Dragon Ball Z deck profile for you. I'll be going over a little bit of the deck choices, why I think it's good in the meta, etc. The deck of choice today is Namekian Restored Gohan. Uses the Namekian Restored Mastery. New Gohan, level 1, it's Gohan to the rescue, and then the old stack, since we don't have the new ones out yet. Namekian Restored Mastery, for those who don't know, power, use at the end of the turn, reveal the bottom card of your life deck. If that card is styled or a Dragon Ball, I can place it into my hand, and if I do, place a card from my hand on top of or bottom of my life deck. The other power is in combat, raise your anger 2 levels, you may discard a Dragon Ball or styled card from your hand to shuffle your life deck and draw a card. Probably the best mastery that's out right now. Anyways, onto the deck profile. We are only actually playing one Dragon Ball. It is Namek Dragon Ball 6. Honestly, I just like the stage gain, and it punishes physical decks even more, which are really big in the meta between Android 13 and Brawly. We run a lot of allies, so we'll go over those right now. We play Icarus. Came out in the Vengeance set. If my MP is Gohan, I can use his power regardless of my MP's powers. His power is a physical attack for 1 life card. If it hits, I rejuvenate 1, and then my other allies cannot be destroyed or banished by my opponent's card effects. So he's very good, very strong in the deck. We'll go on to Gohan's main 2 allies that we like to have out, and that is Chi-Chi, which stops physical attacks, and I can use that whenever as long as I'm Gohan, and Piccolo that stops energy attacks, which I can also use whenever as long as I'm Gohan. Moving on to utility allies, we have Yajirobe. It's mostly against red decks, to be honest. Being able to stop their big board of setups, I guess. Red Blazes, Red Relaxations, all that stuff is really awesome, and Yajirobe does that. We play Trunks. I'll get to this later on why we play him specifically, and then we play Goku, which tutors for drills. So yes, we are playing some drills in this deck. Last card for utility is Bulma, which takes a card from either player's discard and puts it under her, and that card cannot be used while it is under her. And then we have some more allies. We have Tien, who draws a card, does another energy attack. Yamcha, who lets us shuffle in a drill, setup, or ally in play. And then Chaozu for big hits. Moving on, here the drills we do play are the following. 2 Namekian Heritage drills. Pretty self-explanatory. Makes semi-attack deal plus X life cards of damage. X equals my MP's level. Generally we're on 2, so with the level 2 it'll be plus 4. So it's pretty strong. And then we play 2 Namekian Assistance drills, which lets us, it's a black smooth drill, essentially. Especially for Gohan, we'll just be sitting on level 2 with a bunch of allies out, and we'll just have an extra card in our hand at all times, which is really, really beneficial. That's it for the drills, really. No more than that. We play 2 setups, and it is called Namekian Reinforce Catch. Its power is to search your search your discard power for a drill or ally and play it, and then my attack steal plus 2 life cards of damage. So you can see if you're on 2 and you have that out with the Heritage Drill, you're really starting to hit some high life card thresholds, which is really beneficial. Generally with the deck, you want to have it performing as many actions as possible in a turn, and those life card modifiers really come into play. 3 Namekian Overtime. I know we don't play a lot of Dragon Balls, so the destruction effect's not that relevant, but it is a free tutor for any energy card, which is really strong. Any styled energy card. But yeah, really strong. I play 3 Confrontation. It's always beneficial to get the problem cards out of your opponent's hand. Time is a warrior's tool is one of them. Just generally any blocks or anything that can hinder us from performing what we would like to do. We play 2 Heroic Energy Spheres. Sphere's too good not to play. Stop to Unleash is the big thing, really. And then time. We'll move on to the rest of the blocks real quick. So we have 3 Namekian Hybrid Defense. The card is pretty self-explanatory. It is the best Omni block in the game behind Time, probably. Stops a physical or energy combat. Choose X cards in your life or in your discard pile and rejuvenate them. X equals your level, so you'll generally be doing 2. But it comes into play with other cards like Namekian Flinch. If this card is rejuvenated, search your discard pile for an ally and place it into play at 3 stages above 0. So has some sweet synergy with the hybrid defense. You can choose a flinch and then bring back any ally from your discard. Namekian Crossguard. This also has synergy with this. This card is rejuvenated. Place a style drill from your discard pile into play. As I showed you before, those 2 drills we play are extremely powerful, so having access to them at all times is really beneficial. We have 2 Namekian Forceful Block. It stops a physical attack, and I gain 5 stages and rejuvenate 1. So if you happen to have a flinch or something on top, you can even get an ally or or drill out with the other one. And then the last block we play is Namekian Deflection. Stops an energy attack. My successful attacks that deal 3 or more life cards of damage are considered to do crit, so very beneficial against Dragon Ball decks, other ally decks, just being able to get them off the board all the time. It's a really underrated block, I think. Moving on to attacks, these are all energy attacks. There's no physical attacks, so 3 overpowering attack. Searches out our allies. Very good card. Not really much else to say. We want to have access to our allies at all points in the game. This gets it from the life deck or the discard pile. And puts it at 5 stages above 0, which is awesome for Chaozu and stuff. This is the main reason why we're playing the Trunks. I was just going to play Goku originally, but having access to another Saiyan is very beneficial for the deck. What this card does is I search my life deck or discard pile for a Saiyan ally and play it. And the damage is 5 plus X. X equals the number of Saiyan personalities in play. So 5, 6, it can 7, 8. If you're playing Brawl, you can do 9, plus modifiers, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, this card's insane. I don't know why people wouldn't play it personally. Moving on. My favorite card in the deck, Namekian Handburst. This is a card that generates another action. So whether you rejuvenated something with hybrid defense and you put something really good on the bottom of your deck, this lets you get it. It's an energy attack for 3 stages. It can only be stopped by energy combat cards, so this is very strong. Its hit is to draw the bottom card of my life deck. So you can really start chaining together some really big combats where you do tons of life card damage and just put the game away with this card. It is very good. The next card we have is Namekian Erasing Blast. We're playing 3 of those. If you don't know what this card does, if an ally performs this attack, it costs 0 stages and deals plus 2 life cards of damage. So, like, you're doing insane damage already. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, possibly. Its effect is, if any damage from this is prevented, rejuvenate this card in the bottom card of your discard pile. So, even if they prevent some of it, you still get an added benefit of rejuvenating 2 cards into your deck. So it's very strong. This card is the next card we play, Namekian Confident Burst. This card is really stupid. It's an energy attack for 2 stages. It does 4 life cards, so it's a little bit lower than the other ones, but with modifiers that doesn't even matter. Its hit effect is search your life deck for an ally and place it into play at 4 stages above 0. If you have Gohan in play, which we will always have Gohan in play, we instead search our life deck and discard power for a total of 2 allies and place them into play at their highest power stage. So against physical decks, you get 2 allies and you have 20 additional stages for them to burn through. Like, this card is insane. Most Brawly decks or Android 13 aren't playing heavy energy blocks, so like this is going to go through a majority of the time. When it does, it's insane. Like, you get TN, you get more actions and actions upon actions and stages, and they just cannot fight through it all. And this card is really, really strong. Moving on, we have more utility and damage. Namekian Maximum Will. What this card does is 6 life cards, and I can destroy up to 2 cards from the top of my deck to lower my opponent's anger by 2 for each card destroyed. So against MPVV decks, this card just lets you potentially get rid of like 5 anger. I don't even know. You 2, 4, and then if it crits, 5. So this card's very good. Also has 2 endurance, which is sort of relevant. And then the last 3 cards in the deck are Namekian Salvo. So this card doesn't seem very good at first. I mean, it has 2 endurance, but this attack costs -1 stage for each Dragon Ball in play to a minimum of 0. That's not really that relevant in this deck. Its immediate effect is to lower my opponent's anger 2 levels. And then the damage is 7 life cards, and that's before modifiers is doing 7. So this guy can hit really hard. And then its hit effect is to use a critical damage effect. So this guy can lower like anger 3 levels or lower anger 2 levels, capture a Dragon Ball, or destroy allies. Like this card has a lot of uses. In addition to its high stage cost to make it so your allies can start performing actions. Like overall, it's a very solid card and very underrated. But yeah, that's it for the deck. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to comment on the deck or on the video, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe, and peace out.